Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's Queens Season 1 Episode 9 entitled Bars. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around. I have all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. The ladies all agree it doesn't feel real. It's like a dream, more specifically a nightmare. What now? We can't go on tour, especially without Bree. Darren starts his trial next week, and the Queens, Jill feels, is dead. Eric tells everyone to take it easy and take care of themselves. It's Queens forever, but everyone needs space to regroup and breathe. Rest in peace to Brianna. 3 months later, Bree's sold home stays with Naomi and JoJo. Eric preps a quick meal, and Naomi clarifies that her and Eric are just roommates. They are just creating a stable place for JoJo as a co-parent. Besides, Eric is broke after paying back Jadakiss. Eric disagrees that they're not roommates, they're family. Lauren comes downstairs with a hangover that's lasted all day. Everyone under one roof. Family. Valeria drops a track in the studio reflecting about Bree's passing and how the other queens have positively impacted her life. After recording, Valeria wants to know why the sound engineer hasn't talked to her in over 3 weeks since they worked on the song. He explains that he keeps talking to a minimum. He wants to evade any mental distractions. He has one job, to perfect the sound, and her sound, gladly, needs little work. Jill begins acting, but requests to do several scenes over and over again, take after take. The director tells her that all of the takes are fine and warns her that not sleeping and overworking will eventually show on camera. Lauren speaks about retiring from rap. She's studying to pass the bar now. Things in her life, what's happened to Bree, everything has been reevaluated. She's going to be a public defender, but she's really not sure what that entails. Naomi runs into an old rap rival, Zadie. She can't believe that she works at a local grocery store. Valeria joins the sound engineer for dinner. He wants to know, is it true that she poisoned her previous co-host on the show The Shade? She denies it and says that it's all a bad rumor. She only convinced her to display her true colors to the rest of the world. They hold hands and vibe for so long, the restaurant owner tells Thomas he's got to close up and send his staff home. He then tells Valeria he knows another place they can go. They have a true connection and deep conversation. She vents about how the group got back after all of this time, revamped on their sound, experienced self-love and reconnecting, all to just have this tragedy happening to Bree. Now she wants to ask Thomas some questions. He's never been married and he's not with the right person. But he explains to her that marriage, children, all that good stuff will happen when he finds the correct person. Then they close down the bar and it's off to another location. They've been with each other literally all night and all morning. Their next stop is somewhere special, Nevada, where they get married. Jill wakes up from a terrible nightmare, reliving the terrible events surrounding Darren. She's also missed several calls from Valeria. The assistant arrives to help Jill get up and at him, and even gives her a picture of the nasty bees, but Jill doesn't want to see anything to trigger a bad memory. Eric and Naomi have difficulties of moving on. Also, that she saw Lady Z working at a grocery store. After so many years, she's still under her skin. She was very talented, but ruined her career by having a terrible attitude. Eric wants Naomi to have a little bit more empathy when it comes to Lady Z's journey. It's difficult being a lady MC in the industry. Better yet, trying to rebuild a career with an assault on your rap sheet. It's a video by Cash Mermaid featuring The Bakery. It's a song entitled You're Not That Chick. Cash Mermaid takes several shots at Lil Muffin, calling her an addict and taunting at the possibility of a relapse. JoJo runs to Lauren to take witness of this video and the track, but Lauren says that she's over it. She's retired. She finally views the video and laughs. It's nothing Lauren is worried about. This so-called cash mermaid is really Rebecca Stanzlowski. She DM'd Lauren a few years back, saying how she was a really big fan and dreamed of being this big-time rapper. Lauren even took the time to school her about the game, and she can't believe that now she's taking shots. She went from so-called fan to rival. JoJo wants Lauren to defend the public against this culturally appropriate clown. Lauren repeats again that she's retired, and JoJo says, okay. Naomi waits for Lady Z after her shift. She wants Zadi back in the booth to revamp her career. Zadi explains that she's a hard worker and doesn't need any handouts. She clocks in, she clocks out. She's been Employee of the Month 3 times, has health insurance, and everything she needs to just live a normal life. The truth is that she was done with the industry even before it was done with her. Valeria calls and she wants to get everyone together for a special announcement. Lauren wants to pick Aaron's brain to see if he's heard anything about this mermaid. He says that she dominated SoundCloud and was almost signed until her mom showed up to a meeting with some unseasoned food, and he wasn't having it. Valeria brings over Thomas, her husband, and Naomi is shocked. You just got conned by someone saying that they were your mother and now you're married? Val is convinced that this is real, and since Bree's death, there's no time to waste. If things feel right, you just gotta go for it. Eric dabs Thomas with the congratulations, while Naomi warns that marriage is about honesty and intimacy. Lady Z has changed her mind, and she's come by. She's ready to record. It's off the top about the industry being about politics, her choice to live quietly, and using her talents in rap moving forward. Naomi even adds in her special vocals. They both can't believe how awesome the track is, and Naomi wants to drop it as soon as the sound is mastered. But Lady Z, on the other hand, still believes that she's done with the music. Naomi wants to talk things over a little bit more over drinks. Lauren gets a call from Becky, and Lauren wants to know why she's dragging her name through the mud. Becky apologizes, and her speech is completely different. She says that she was wrong to have people in her ear, and she's sorry. She asks Lauren about if she can advise her and helping her out. She's at the top now and doesn't know what's next. Lauren says that she forgives her and extends a kind heart, letting her know that, sure, she'll be there to advise her. Valeria and Thomas view potential honeymoon spots. He insists they go to New York and later to Jersey to meet his family. Everyone is excited to meet her, although Valeria is hesitant in sharing details about her family and brushes off the topic. Jill continues to have bad dreams. All night she tosses and turns. The assistant arrives to talk to her a little bit more. She encourages her to speak to her friends. She should call them. Whatever she's going through, she shouldn't go through it alone. After her assistant leaves, she gives someone a call. Lady Z and Naomi chat. Z loves music, but just not the industry. The story was that she assaulted Frank Black, right? She was driven out of the industry, but that wasn't the entire story. Jill meets up with the past dealer. He admits that he even feels a little resistant to selling to her. He even asks if she's sure. Jill doesn't speak and just continues with her purchase. Naomi shares the story with Eric that Lady Z was blackballed by Frank Black due to several sexual assaults. Naomi can't imagine how many people he's done that to and how many lies were told. Zadi is at peace, but Naomi is upset of all of the talent that she has and that she was stepped on. The game owes her another deal. She wants Eric to call as many people as he can to see if she can get a deal. Eric agrees to make some calls, and it looks like Naomi has her passion back. Lauren waits for Mermaid to arrive so they can have their talk, but she's attacked by her instead. Mermaid is wanting to fight her and wanting to know, why did you ask me to come here? And Lauren is shocked. Wow. She realizes that she's been set up for clout. A clout chase video. Lauren grabs her things and peacefully leaves. Jill battles with the decision to fall off the wagon. She throws the bag out of the vehicle, but is then pulled over by the police. The officer tells her that her registration has expired, but the other cop finds the bag that she threw out. Valeria can't believe that Thomas is all about family. She's embarrassed not to have any. Eric and Naomi encourage her to just tell the truth. She shouldn't run away from anything. Xoxo shares more information about the video of Mermaid, and Lauren is pushed to the limit when Mermaid says the N-word. Lauren wanted so badly to stay out of it and ignore her, but this time she asked for it. Lauren makes a response track addressing how she used to be a fan, now she's a rival, Mermaid's appropriation, and not turning to maturity. Now it's time to release the track. Jill calls everyone from jail. The ladies bail her out, and she collapses with tears from exhaustion. Jill dove into work, and she was depressed about what Darren did. She even settles the nerves of the ladies, letting them know she bought something, but she didn't take anything. Jill learns about Val's impulse marriage and says that even though she doesn't agree about marrying somebody that you had one date with, if she's worried about her family, she shouldn't make it a secret. Jill is an example of holding on to secrets, and all it did was destroy her. If what she has is real, she should let him know about everything. Be real about her family and just be transparent. Lauren is happy Jill isn't going to jail because she got the charges dropped. Everything she learned about law, she told to the district attorney, that they don't have any proof that it was belonging to her and that there's no proof from its source. The reasoning will cost thousands just to research. When the district attorney hung up in her face, she called the mayor. Lauren performed at his daughter's Sweet 16. Eric has good news and bad news. The bad news is that Lady Z still can't get a deal because her name isn't held well within the industry. The good news is that the world is back on Muffin. Interscope and Def Jam are interested. Naomi is worried that the labels aren't going to be there for the long haul. They're not interested in developing real artists. Naomi has an epiphany. There's not a label run by women, supporting women, that isn't just out for money. Lady Z wants to know, what the heck is Nasty Girl Records? The ladies explain that they'll make money having all of their solo music released under the label. The label is intended for the best interest of the artist. Lady Z signs a contract and they celebrate to a fresh start. Jill lays down to get some much needed rest. Val talks to Thomas about her real mother and explains everything. She's an orphan, and by the time she found out about her mother's true identity, she had already passed away. But that's the truth. Now the ladies have to make a call. The call is to Bree, but she ignores it. She relaxes in an excluded area on the beach with her children. And that is the end of the episode. And now it is time for your favorite part of the video. That's right, my review. Before we get started, I would like to tell everybody Happy New Year. I hope that you guys are having a good year so far. This new episode was debuted in 2022, and I just want to make sure that I'm saying Happy New Year to everyone, just in case you don't watch any of the other show recaps and reviews on the channel. I posted in the community section about what are your endeavors for the new year. Weight loss, better health, career, entrepreneurship, higher learning, rest, travel, none of the above. And at 55%, you all said weight loss and a journey to better health. So cheers to that. And I hope and wish you well during your journey. Remember, during that journey, it is a process. So stay patient and keep your girl updated about how you're doing. All right, now let's get to the review. So were you shocked about the ending of this episode? Were you upset, happy? I mean, what? How did you feel about learning that Bree is not gone, dead? She is just gone to another place, literally. She is in solitude, enjoying time with her children. I wonder whose idea it was. I wonder if they're going to do, well, they have to, a flashback of why they made that decision, that they're going to behave as if she's passed away. Were they afraid that the so-called shooter would come back looking for her? I can take a good educated guess that maybe they thought that if that person wasn't found, that maybe they would want to come back and do harm to her. I don't know. But the fact that they kept this secrecy within the group, I was just like, oh, Oh, thank goodness. I mean, I knew that in real life, Eve was taking some time away to give birth to her child and spend time at home with family and all of that good stuff. But I didn't know how they were going to incorporate that. I thought they were just going to have the character at home to say that she was resting and wanted to take a break. I didn't know that they were going to go through with the whole death escapade. But, once again, like I'm saying, I really think that they did that because of her safety. They didn't know what was next and they were just afraid about everything that was going on. So let me know how you feel about that. And in the series, I wonder how long would they wait to bring the character, quote unquote, back to life? Are they going to explain? Will the fans be upset that they even did that? I can only imagine if I have someone that I'm a fan of and I learn that they're okay, they're alive and well, and I'd be heartbroken, but maybe the fans will understand. I don't know. We still have the big question, and I think the writing is doing this for a reason because they want the fans to, quote unquote, forget about this issue, but we still don't know who JoJo's dad is for real, for real. I mean, I know that Naomi has told Eric that, hey, this is your daughter, and they rolled with it, but he didn't take a DNA test. We still have the possibility of Cam in the picture, and she did mention that because she had, a kind of crazy life and was under the influence of a lot of things and did a lot of partying, and she was sexually active with different people, she's really not 100% sure who's JoJo's dad is. So I think they're gonna bring that back to our attention in the season finale, of course, and that's something that the audience will be like, oh yeah, I mean, I did kind of forget about that. And what has happened to Cam, because we haven't seen that character since early in the season. He just kind of disappeared, right? So they're doing that for a reason, to make the audience kind of forget and have focus on different things, so it can come back as a big wow, as a season finale or later on in the season. They're doing a good job of keeping the fans interested and curious about what's next, especially how they're turning and twisting a lot of things going on. I hope that the fan base doesn't get upset about that. And maybe if they do it too much, fans might get upset. But I don't know. I don't think so. To me, it's still very entertaining. To me, if I thought it was just trash, I wouldn't review this series. I wouldn't review it. But it's keeping me interested and it's keeping me entertained. The good music. They have a lot of the artists and real actors and rappers, just have moments on the series, and there's so many people that they could bring on. So just taking a good educated guess, this show might go on for a good 4 or 5 seasons. It makes sense if they develop and grow all of these different storylines, and throughout the season there's ups and downs and flashbacks about pieces of a full story. It might last like that because we have a full group of women that have gone through so many things in their lives. So it's a lot of storylines that they can add. We still don't know where Bree's husband's other baby mama is. Remember, she just took off. She was pregnant and just took off. Where is she? We have all of these things that are in the air that they can bring back, that can stretch out into the next season. And then following that, in season 2, if we think about the last episode and Eric finding out that he's not the father, of course, there's going to be energy with that. It's going to be anger within the group that trust was developed. And how can you lie to me about something like that? So there's a lot of stuff that can happen in season 2. I just wonder what storylines are going to implement and remind us of in this last episode. It is estimated that it will go to 10 episodes to end the season. But the way that this show is going, I don't know. A lot of shows, they have surprise episodes and they surprise us with 2 or 3 more. But I don't know. It would make sense that they would just stop at 10 because they did take a break due to the holiday season. And you don't want fans to just, wait too long. Also, we got to think about Jill and her depression. Even though she had that moment of falling off the wagon and she threw it out the window, it was really close. She went to this really, really dark place of depression and dealing with everything, right? And she was just so close and relapsing. So hopefully we won't see her revisit that with the next season. It's possible that the character, unfortunately, will go through that again, that deep depression, because we still have the trial for Darren, right? I mean, she was married to this man. He's done a terrible thing. And even though they're not together anymore, there's still love for this person. So it's highly likely that she could be in a dangerous, dark place for season 2. I'm super excited and I can't wait to see episode 10 and how they're going to close this season. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like this video, and share this channel with family and friends because this is a family-friendly movie and television review channel. Keep an eye out to that pinned comment listed below. I've listed a lot of other shows that I've just off the top of my head I think that you might like since you're watching this show. And they kind of correlate and you may have some interest in that. So make sure to click on some of those so you can binge watch if you're bored and you don't have anything to do, or if you've heard about a show and just want to see what episode 1 and episode 2 is like. You don't have to worry about commercials. You don't have to worry about sitting through a lot of the boring stuff. I get straight to the point and give the review, give the recap, and there you go. Bada boom, bada bing. In the meantime, in between time, Happy New Year once again, and take care of yourself and each other. Bye.